Welcome to a special meeting of the Carson City Culture and Tourism Authority Board of Directors. Today is Friday, March 20th, 2026. It is 11:30 a.m. and we are at the Carson City Community Center, Robert Bob Kroll Boardroom. Can I get a roll call?
Andrew Reno,
Here?
Matt Dodd, here. Garrett Lipier,
Here.
Stacy Giomi.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Okay, if everyone could please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. At this time, we will move on to item 4, public comment. Hearing none, we will move on to item 5, possible action, discussion regarding contract number CTA 2627-001 for the design, engineering, fabrication, illumination, transport, and installation of a 69-foot tall sculpture railroad spike in the amount of $197,687 from March 10th, 2026 to December 31st, 2026. And with that, I will turn it over to Mr. David Peterson.
Thank you, Chair Reno. For the record, David Peterson, Executive Director with Visit Carson City. So before you all is the contract from our regularly scheduled meeting with artist Seth Johnson to create the world's tallest railroad spike. There were some questions, some things that were asked of me and the team to bring back for the special meeting today. And I'm happy to say that after a wonderful meeting last Friday with the Division of Museums and History Administrator, the Nevada State Railroad Museum Director, and the facilities manager out at the Railroad Museum, along with Mr. Johnson, Eric, myself, we received full support from that team for a loan of placement of the piece itself on the Railroad Museum's property. And that's evidenced by Director Scalari's letter of commitment in her capacity as the Department of Tourism and Cultural Affairs Director in your packet. It's the last page. The next question that came up during our meeting last week surrounded the foundation and the engineering related costs for that installation. In the staff report, you'll note there's a range in there that was based on some informal conversations with two different engineers. That range sits between $30,000 and $70,000. As far as the fiscal 27 budget build, we're going to go with the high end range, the 70K, just because we don't know what we don't know today. We'll know more, obviously, as things progress, right? The last question, I believe, surrounded the final payment to Mr. Johnson. The contract does remain unchanged from last week's meeting. So if you look at section 3.3.4 on page 4 of the packet and 3 of the actual contract, that's where we address the final payment in the amount of $37,687 upon completion and installation of the work. So if there are other questions, please feel free to shoot them my way. I might have Eric, if he's there, I think I saw him jump in perhaps, but I hope that addresses the concerns and some of the questions and the asks from last week.
Do we have any questions for David?
No questions. I'd just like to make comment and really thank staff for jumping through the hoops, for going back and getting this final piece right and making this happen and answering the questions that we had. I know that that's no fun. I know that put us a little delay, but not much, a week. That's not too bad. So I would like to make a motion to approve contract number 2627-001 for the design, engineering, fabrication, illumination, transport, and installation of a 69-foot tall sculpture railroad spike to live at the Railroad Museum here in Carson City, at least for up to 10 years after completion.
Second.
All in favor of the motion? Aye.
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 Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion passes. Next, we will move on to item 6, CTA Board comments or announcements and requests for informations. Do we have any questions or comments from the board? Hearing none, we will move on to item 7, public comment. At this time, I will open it up for anyone to give us any public comment. Yes, sir. No, you're good.
My name is Rob Fuller, for the record. I live here in Carson City at 613 East Spear Street. Sorry.
You're fine.
Oh, I can just, okay. So first stop me if this is not the correct place to, kind of figure out what I'm doing here. So my wife and I are trying to open up a new bookstore here in Carson City at Hannafin's old place, the antique store. And we're planning on sharing that space with Tiger Rose Vinyl Records, which is down across the street from Larry's Coffee Shop. And it's a little, I guess, the strip mall thing. And, I'm trying to navigate what's the best way to find resources, because I've gone through the Carson City website and, I'm not sure if there are any resources or how to approach it or what I can do to help get this startup off of its feet and get into the space. Like we're talking with the person who owns or the entity that owns that building. But I guess I'm looking for anything that can help us get the word out, or if there's grants that are available through Carson City for, minority owned and women owned. My wife owns the bookstore, or women owned businesses, or, anything that kind of fits into that realm. And that's kind of why I'm here. And I'm not sure what else to.
Mr. Chair, I can speak to that briefly.
Yes, sir.
This is not the body that would do that, but that gentleman in front of you, after we're done, Garrett, can provide you some guidance. And then a person by the name of Hope Sullivan, who is our Community and Economic Development Director with the city. Her job is to work on economic development and assist businesses and provide some guidance in terms of, showing you paths to getting permitted and things like that. That would be another name. So those two folks I'd chat with.
Cool. Thank you. Okay, well, if that's the route to go, then I'll follow up with you, Jared, after, and then talk with Sullivan. And cool. So thank you for allowing me to come up here and say something that's not relevant to you.
No, we're not the body, but you're in the right spot because Stacy Giomi is very helpful. Garrett's very helpful. And I already saw Mr. Brooks take out his business card. So not the right body, but the right place. How's that?
Perfect. Thank you, guys.
All righty. Thank you. Any other public comment? Eric?
Thank you, Chair. Eric Brooks for the record. I just wanted to mention as we're going forward with this incredible project, the title is Driven, Monument to Connection. So if we can refer to it as Driven, and it is a sculpture first and foremost before it's a spike. Thank you.
Perfect. Any other comment? Okay, with that, I hope everybody has a good weekend and thank you for coming down in the middle of an afternoon on a Friday. We appreciate it. And with that, we are adjourned. Thank you.